So when I go to witness to an ungodly person, an unsaved person, this is how I make my approach. And this is what's taken Goliath down to Zacchaeus, because believe me, for many years, Goliath taunted me when it came to bringing up the subject of the things of God with a stranger. I'd sit on a plane, some guy would be sitting next to me, I'd look up to him and say, how am I going to witness this guy? How am I going to begin? What, do I look out the window at clouds and say, hey, guess who made the clouds? What do I say? And it was always this mountain before me, this Goliath mountain, until I discovered this one question. Do you think there's an afterlife? If you've got Uncle Arthur at the table and Uncle Arthur's got arguments against Christianity and hypocrites in the church and he's got all this stuff, and you can't bring the subject up with him because you're scared of offending him, just say, Uncle Arthur, do you think there's an afterlife? You haven't mentioned God, Jesus, heaven, hell, the Bible, any of those things that make people feel uncomfortable and us a little uncomfortable. You've just asked for his opinion. You've appealed to his ego. What do you think happens after people die? Do you think there's an afterlife? And that's how I always begin a witnessing encounter with a stranger. And I can do it fairly quickly. I don't have to build a relationship with people like for 2 years, and you've got to get the right to witness to people. No. Some guy comes to our ministry, he's a plumber. I'll go up and say, hey, how you doing? He says, good. What's your name? Bob. Bob, I've got a question for you. Do you think there's an afterlife? It's 11 seconds. It's not 2 years. Because Bob the plumber could die in 2 years, and I'm concerned where he spends eternity. And so do you think there is an afterlife, or do you think there's life after death?